Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're mapping out the creator's journey, a deep dive into what it really takes to build a career on YouTube in a world that is absolutely flooded with content.
So to get a handle on the challenge, you have to start with the scale. Just think about this. Every single minute, 500 hours of new video get uploaded to YouTube. It's a number that's almost impossible to wrap your head around. A constant digital flood.
And in that tidal wave of content, you'll find, well, everything. Groundbreaking documentaries, life-changing tutorials, and then you find stuff like this. This, my friends, is Tralalero Tralala, an AI-generated shark with legs and sneakers. It's a pretty perfect symbol for the beautiful chaos of the platform.
So that really brings us to the big question, right? In a world this crowded, this noisy, and this wonderfully strange, how does anyone go from just having an idea to building a real sustainable career? Well, today, we're going to follow the creator's journey to find out exactly what it takes to win in 2025.
You know, everything begins with that spark. It's an idea, a passion, and it's fueled by the incredible promise of the creator economy, a digital landscape that has totally flipped the script on what it means to be in media.
And let's be clear, this is huge business. Right now, the creator economy is already a $156 billion market. That is a massive number, built on the two most valuable currencies online today, our attention and where we spend our money.
And one of the most amazing things about platforms like YouTube is that the barrier to entry has basically disappeared. You don't need a fancy studio or a TV deal. Anyone, anywhere on Earth can just pick up a phone and start building their own platform. That's the promise. But now comes the hard part.
Okay, so you have an idea, but that's not enough, not even close. The first real stage of the journey is the grind. This is where you have to master the craft of actually making content that people will stick around to watch.
And look, these techniques aren't new. They're timeless for a reason. To keep people from just swiping away, you have to use classic storytelling. You gotta hook them in the first few seconds, present some kind of problem or goal, build up the tension to a climax, and then you have to give them a takeaway that makes them feel like it was worth their time. It's the hero's journey, just packed into a few minutes.
But here's the thing. You could be the best storyteller in the world, and it's still only half the battle. Why? Because YouTube isn't just a video platform, it's the second biggest search engine on the planet. So you have to get good at optimizing your stuff, using the right keywords, tags, and descriptions so the algorithm can do its job and put your video in front of the right people.
All right, so you're getting views, maybe some subscribers. That's great, but it's really just the beginning. The real turning point for a creator, the moment things get serious, is the pivot, when you learn to stop chasing views and start building a real community.
And there's a huge difference here. A channel is like a one-way street. You post, they watch. End of story. But a community, that's a two-way conversation. It's about creating a sense of belonging, where people don't just consume your content. They talk about it, they engage with it, they feel like they're a part of something bigger.
And this isn't just a vibe, it's literally baked into the platform now. The YouTube algorithm has changed. It used to be all about the subscriber count, but now it heavily favors engagement. You know, comments, shares, watch time. It actually rewards creators who can spark a real, meaningful conversation.
And that's exactly why tools like the Community tab have become so essential. It's a direct line to your most loyal fans. You can post polls, share quick updates, ask questions. It keeps that conversation going even when you don't have a new video ready, and it helps turn passive viewers into a truly invested audience.
So, as a creator gets more mature, they enter the next phase, and we're calling it the labyrinth. This is where you have to learn to navigate the complex, often unwritten rules of the platform and the day-to-day realities of your audience.
One of the biggest hurdles is understanding tricky policies like reused content. A YouTube product director actually explained that the platform really wants to reward original, new work. So if you use clips from other sources, the key is you have to add significant value. Your own commentary, your analysis, your creative spin. It's about transforming it, not just reposting it.
And at the same time, creators have to deal with the actual user experience. Take captions, for example. They're crucial for accessibility, but the auto-generated ones are notoriously bad.
A Reddit user in the deaf community put it perfectly, giving us the term craptions. And that really highlights the core challenge. You have to balance the tools the platform gives you with the real-world frustrations of your audience.
And that brings us to the final stage of the journey, the endgame. This is the big leap from just being a creator to becoming an entrepreneur, turning a passion project into a sustainable, scalable business.
And the financial stakes here are just enormous. We already saw the market is worth over $150 billion today. Well, projections show it's on track to more than triple, hitting $500 billion by 2030. This is not a cultural fad. It's a massive economic shift.
Now, to succeed at this final stage, you have to shift your focus. It's about moving past what we call vanity metrics, views, likes, subscriber counts. Those feel good, but they don't pay the bills. The real goal is to track business metrics, leads, sales, actual revenue. Your channel becomes the front door to a much larger ecosystem.
So this entire journey transforms creators into masters of this massive, hyper-optimized content machine. But when you have millions of people all playing this game, what does the internet culture at the other end actually look like? Well, sometimes it gets wonderfully weird.
This has led to some surreal meme trends like Italian brain rot, featuring these bizarre AI-generated creatures with fake Italian names. This one, for example, is Bombardiro Crocodillo. Yep, a crocodile head on the body of a World War II bomber. It makes absolutely no sense, and that is entirely the point.
Or how about Ballerina Cappuccina, a graceful dancer with a cappuccino for a head? Look, this isn't just random humor. It's almost like a new kind of internet folklore, mixing AI art, post-irony, and this shared, nonsensical story that's somehow spreading all over the globe. This whole phenomenon is a perfect example of what Oxford actually named its 2024 Word of the Year: brain rot. It's that feeling you get from content that is so trivial, so absurd, it feels like it's literally melting your mind. It's a self-aware label for the strange, compelling, and often meaningless content that thrives in the endless scroll. And it just goes to show you that the creator's journey doesn't just build a business, it builds our digital reality. And for every creator on that path, the final question becomes, are you building meaningful content, or are you just contributing to the beautiful chaos?